definitely speak to that because every time I pull up in the Rogers, whether it's to, talk business with you and Mark. Shout out to Mark, by the way, man. I hope you're watching.
Shout out, Mark.
Or just coming by to drop you guys off some stuff or whatever. Like, that's literally I want to say, so many people that you've done business with.
Yeah.
And I can even and I know them because they play. I'm like, man, he done supplied the whole league.
Yeah,
man. And then you got your family up there and stuff like that, man. I think that's dope, man, because that's appreciation.
Yeah,
that's appreciation because, like you said, like anybody, they don't necessarily have to come see you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like even if you know them.
Yeah,
they don't necessarily have to come see you. So that's trustworthy.
Oh, absolutely, man. And it's a very competitive business. I mean, I have the luxury of selling 5 different makes plus used inventory, so I can hit all needs. But I mean, you can go anywhere and buy a car. I mean, you can go to Western and they're gonna hit you with some crazy interest rates and try to hit you over the head per se. But when someone gives me business, man, at the end of it, my customers will be like, all right, Gary, I get it, you're thankful, but I'm telling you throughout the process. When people walk in the door, thank you for giving me an opportunity. As we're going, like, thank you. And then at the end, it's like pre-COVID, it was a hug. Now it's kind of like,
elbow.
Yeah, exactly.
Elbow up. No, that's a big thing we talk about on our show, man. People who are grinding, doing the right thing, but doing it for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Like you said, we know a lot of people you've done business with, and you continue to do business with a lot of our people because we know how authentic your reasons are. Yeah. We really see your children. We really see your wife. We really see you doing these things and where our money is going when we do business with you, and you seeing how you affect everybody else as well. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like you said, we can go anywhere, but why not go to somebody you actually care about, you actually see their family, you actually know that their morals align, and that's Gary. You know what I'm saying? So if you need a vehicle, I've always told people and reached out to say, hey, this is a good guy. Because you can do business with anybody, but if you want to do something as big as getting your vehicle that you're going to have to rely on every day, you want to do it with somebody that you can at least say is a pretty good person.
Yeah, and I can say that, and I can definitely say that. I can definitely say that with no cap because everybody, and you've been around, like everybody like that's asked me, like, yo, like, where do you go get your car? I always tell them, like, yo, Gary. You know what I mean? Especially if I know they know you
especially if they know, if they have any idea of who you are, go to him.
Like, go to Gary.
Because it's out.
Because he's going to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
honestly, man, it gets emotional thinking like that's how people feel because it's, it'll be 3 years next month I've been doing it. And so I was in healthcare for 7 years. That's what I got my degree in. And we had Jax, me and my wife found a babysitter. But we had Harper, who was a surprise, and my wife and I just, child care for 2 children. I wish brutal. I could. I mean, literally one of us would have been going to work for free, so to pay the sitter. So me and my wife put our heads together, like, what are we gonna do? Like, how are we gonna be able to provide for our family? And everybody was like, sales is a good way to go. If you can grind and hustle, you're your own business. And I ended up, I promised on my kids, I walked into Rogers and I said, what do I need to do to get a job? And I interviewed with a few people and, it was like that, man. So, which brings me to my next point. When you're doing your own thing, social media, market yourself, networking is crucial. Kind of like what I'm doing now, link it with you two, try to give back to people that give you businesses. That's huge because if you go and someone buys a car from you or, whatever your business is, and they see you go elsewhere, it becomes personal, I'll be honest. Like I said, any way I can to show, to give business back to those who've given me business, I think that's going to help your business grow as well.
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons why I reached out to you when I first started Stay Relentless. You know what I mean? It was like, okay, that not only is it a good look, I think it just makes sense. You know what I mean? I think it just makes sense because, let's just help each other. You know what I mean? Let's just help each other. And let's discuss how we can make that partnership, how we can make that work. So I was super duper geeked and excited, when I sat down with you and Mark, and Mark was, hey, I love it. Like, let's do it. I was like, yo.
Mark is
you know what I mean? Like, and I say that to say this. Again, and I said this weeks ago, it's people in your network that you don't even know that you have inside of that network that can help move mountains with
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? You know, too many times we go for the we talked about it for the big names and the big brands and things like that.
The big reach.
Like what you say not too long ago. Hey, I don't know the dude who made Fiji.
Yeah, like,
You know what I mean?
I don't know those people. Yeah,
You know what I
you know what I'm saying. I could go down. I can go to Schaumburg and but I don't know that. I know Gary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know Gary, so I'm gonna walk in here and say, hey man, that's what I think is one of the big staples of our show and what we try to push forward. Find out what your village is. Make sure you cultivate the capabilities of the people around you before you go reaching out too far away.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Ask. You know what I'm saying? You have to ask. You have to put yourself out there because you just never know. And you know what I'm saying? Once you go do business, it's just business with some people. But if you have people that are invested in you and care about you and your well-being as well as their own, it becomes personal to a guy. Like, so he really wants to do good business with you. Yeah. It's personal to him. Somebody else is just going to be a check and another number and a notch and say, oh, another sale. But some other people you can really get into a relationship with that makes it more than that. And lifelong bonds that we say, okay, I got a guy who has a car. Now I know a guy who does maintenance. Now I know a guy who does this or paints. Or now, you know what I'm saying? Now the money that we make is kept inside our group, so now we all are okay. Now we're feeding our families off our money that we make with each other.
And that's a huge part is just helping those around you. I mean,
Absolutely.
Like you mentioned, like those big names, you're just a number. When it comes to small businesses, especially, you know, we made it through a pandemic and together we did that. Like I bought my house March of last year. And
yeah, I remember. Yeah, nice.
I work on commission. That's just full transparency. Like I didn't know it was going to happen. And I was, to be honest, me and my wife had 3 days to decide, do you want to still move forward with the purchase? Or, you know, do we just kind of play it safe with the pandemic? And, you know, we obviously decided to move forward. And again, to that point, you know, without the support of the A2 members, CBL, my family, friends, people like D, like I wouldn't be able to have the things I have. So,
absolutely, man.
That's
big. We want to talk about the you sold a lot of cars in the league. I know you said you had an event that you want to talk about. We want to put together. Hopefully, we can help you be a part of that.
Yeah,
something that you wanted to put in the air. What was that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. So the dealership, obviously, it's kind of depending on the state of Illinois, Chicago, to host the event. But as a small thank you for all those who gave me business, we want to host an event, something like a black tie, super, super formal. We're going to take care of first hour of drinks. Pretty much anybody that's given me business or sent me business, you'll be receiving an email or via text. I'll link with you Facebook. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. We're all going to celebrate together and just another sense of like gratitude for all those, like I said, who've given me business. It's going to be nice, man. We're going to have a good time. Again, once it's safe and it makes sense, you know, I'll link with you guys.
Yeah, man, for sure. Because I'm looking for an excuse to wear my cranberry color suit that I have.
I definitely got something to pull out, man.
You know what I'm
Definitely
saying?
got something to pull out, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Got
definitely gonna pull up on that
cranberry
joint. Y'all got a DJ? Y'all need anything? We got DJs. Anything y'all need for
Yeah.
any event? We gonna say let us know.
I told D that was one of the things was
got
definitely
you.
I want to do a DJ. I'm
got
talking
you.
like
Inside.
valet service when you pull up. I'll have a few nice newer cars just for people to take a peek at.
I think I'll be hosting that event, so look out for that.
Yeah.
I'm putting
You know,
myself on the bill already.
We will be there.
Yeah.
In full effect. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
We
like
will
you
be
said,
there.
the group around us, the community that you build around you is very powerful. Like you said, you know what I'm saying, Gary's a really good guy, and he's done a lot of good things for other people. You know what I'm saying, as his business. His
Put a lot of
business is
people
putting a
on
lot of
whips,
people in
man.
cars. And that
Yeah.
is allowed. I know a lot of people personally that he's allowed to move around. Now they've getting jobs, they've become more stable, and they've elevated their life on a whole new level.
Straight
You know
up.
what I mean? So he's greatly appreciated in my immediate circle of friends as well as my extended football family.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like we say all the time, cultivate the people around you. Find the people around you that are doing something that you want to be involved in and use them. Keep that dollar in your circle as long as you can and help each other and their families grow, man. That's a big staple of what we want to do, and Gary's definitely a living example of that. Thank you, man.
That's,
Appreciate
that's
it, bro.
love, man, and all those comments. Like I said, I truly, truly appreciate it. But yeah, I you know, like I said, one thing I'll say in terms of how I handle business differently, like you always want to separate yourself. So like,